we did a podcast analysis. We were in the top 3 podcasts for one particular study and on the top 10 of another. One of the analysis that we did showed that we have great, loyal listeners. We really want you to engage with us. We are here for you, right?
Absolutely.
Consider yourself hugged. We are Tammy and Michelle, and your weekly hug starts right now.
Yay. So happy to be here.
Welcome back, everybody, to whatever season this is of Consider Yourself Hugged. And notice we're in our new studios. How did that go for you, Michelle? Setting up?
That was an adventure all on its own.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute, but it's been a while, so today we're just gonna catch you up, tell you what's been going on, tell you about the new season. Yeah, that's our goal, right?
Yes, we are super excited.
And Michelle just celebrated a birthday, so
I did.
happy birthday.
It was a big one. It was 50.
It was 50th
birthday.
Didn't know.
Yes, I just
thought
turned 50. And life just gets better from here, right? So Tammy was so sweet and sent me a gift and a journal and the best is yet to come. She sent me a sign that says the best is yet to come. So it was wonderful.
Well, the only thing that I didn't have, I just ran out of time, was chocolates. So just know that in my mind, there were chocolates in that box for you.
It's so hot. It's probably good you didn't send chocolate.
Well, yeah, then that's the reason.
Yes. Okay.
That's the reason. So, yeah, this is our new studio setup, which we are still tweaking. I told Michelle I spent probably 2 hours yesterday. Michelle's been at a conference, and we have been on together for an hour, and I was on an hour before that, because we have like the new mic setup, we have a new recording platform, we have our new comfy chairs. Yeah.
Which I think we're going to do a really positive review on. We're going to give it a little more time to make sure, but they're so soft and cozy. So we'll tell you about them later once we decide we love them.
Did you get the pillow?
I did. It's behind me. It's behind me on my back. Yeah.
Mine was behind me too, but I took it. And there's also a footstool, but we don't want to be too relaxed. So we have this, and then we have the new headphones to kind of monitor our sound a little bit, and a new recording platform, which is, once we figured it all out, it's going to be smooth. But wow. Michelle, I took some pictures of myself setting up, so we'll post those and we also have a new website, a new podcast hosting platform, which probably won't affect you. You'll still be able to listen wherever and obviously you're listening now. We have a new logo. We're starting a TikTok, an Instagram. We will continue in our women's group, a place for women. Consider Yourself Hugged. I feel like I've missed something, Michelle. What else do we have new? Don't remember. Pumpkin.
I feel like that's all I remember. That's a lot of new.
Oh, I remember. A social media manager.
Yes. I didn't know if you were going to share that. Yes, we have a wonderful social media manager. Obviously, we are not doing all of these things on our own.
No. And it is my daughter, Lindsay. So we'll have her on it at some time to talk. But we talk together, and then there's one more big thing we're going to do too, Michelle, about who we're kind of addressing, at least for the next couple months. But Lindsay's been managing my husband's social media for his wild horse photography, and then she's been helping me with my personal TikTok channel. And Michelle, I didn't tell you, she also got 2 new clients. So
Yay.
I know she's she's starting to grow. This is going to be her business. And she has helped us, with our new logo and all the things.
Yeah, she's fabulous.
It's been amazing. So should we talk about the teacher focus and like why and how?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Yes, we should.
So this season, we have decided to dedicate time. And not that it's just for teachers, but we are going to speak kind of to some of the struggles that teachers experience and go through. I mean, both of us have been teachers, and we strongly believe that the amount of work, the time, the stress is very underrated when it comes to teachers. I don't feel like people appreciate enough what the job is, especially when you are, striving and doing all of the things. So we wanted to devote some time to teachers, teacher mental health, back to school anxiety, just back to school for the week
Burnout.
anxiety, burnout. Yes, all of the things, and just show some love to teachers.
And we, just so you know, Michelle and I, oh my gosh, this podcast, is this the 5th year so in the beginning we didn't really do seasons, and that's an easy way to get burned out.
Are you asking like the seasons we've done it together, or just total that you've been doing it? Because I haven't gotten to do it every season. You didn't invite me every season. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, when I first started it was I'm a jumper. I'm like, I'm going to do a podcast. Blah, 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 blah. And then you joined like maybe second. I don't know, but it's total, the whole podcast, I think 5 years.
Okay.
And you've been doing it with me probably 3 out of those, or 4?
Yeah, and I think I was on a couple of times
as a guest.
Before that, yeah, as a guest. So yeah, 5 years.
And we've always, here's the thing. So if you're listening, what I mean is you're listening, you're probably a woman. Not necessarily, but probably. For years, we have battled, should we just address women? And then we're both like, no, because everyone needs this. Or should we just address working moms? No, because should we just address teachers? But the bottom line is our passion is for sure women. If you're a man listening, that's where the if came in. I mean, please don't leave. It's just my research has been in women, or with women, and Michelle has always focused on women. And then Lindsay suggested that we at least take part of the season, we don't really know exactly where this is going to go, to address teachers. And Michelle and I we were like, everybody. And so I said, well, why don't I test it on my personal TikTok, which I've only been doing since May. And we're recording this in August of 2025. And we did some testing. And Michelle, I don't know if I told you this, but one of the comments on one of my posts, I think I did tell you this, was a teacher who said her principal said to the teachers, if you are not overwhelmed and burned out at the end of every day, you're not working hard enough. Did I tell you that?
Yes, which is heartbreaking.
It's just devastating. So I've gotten a lot of great interaction on that TikTok channel, and it made us, there are 4 million teachers in the United States, predominantly women. So that's kind of where, we were both teachers. We both had some struggles during that time period, which we'll talk about from time to time. But that's just kind of what we decided to start with this. But for those of you who are our listeners, loyal listeners, watchers, if you're on YouTube, we're still with you. And our advice is still for you as well. Did I leave anything out?
No, I think that is exactly where our heart is. And, we want you to know that whoever you are, we're glad you're here. And all of the stuff we share is definitely applicable to everyone. But as far as teachers go, we understand there is a unique pressure, especially as times have changed. And we want to address that.
Yeah, post-pandemic, and just even more than that. So speaking of that, just as a little teaser for upcoming guests, 2 that are going to specifically relate to teaching. One of them is an elementary school teacher, and she is a social media influencer. So she has about 250,000 followers on her social media. And Lindsay knows her. And actually, she's the one that Lindsay contacted and said, do you think that doing something like this just for teachers would be helpful. And she was just all over it. And she hopefully will be our first guest. Yeah. So, I mean, I think our plan, y'all know we're not planners, right, Michelle?
I mean, sometimes we have a plan. We just often like veer from it.
Okay. Because
we're spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
Let's put a positive spin on it. We
We're
are
fun.
spontaneous. We're fun. I mean, I'm not really, but you are.
You
You're
are
fun.
fun. No, you are fun. You are fun. And I've missed you so much. Michelle and I are
Oh,
going
I
to
miss you too.
I've been traveling, she's been traveling, and today after we record, we're both driving to a couple of different locations, and so that's our plan. We haven't really caught up, so we're catching up then. Normally we catch up right before we record, but today we were like, how do I attach this microphone? Where do I put this? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Let's call each other. If you all are, you feel me if you've had to do technology. But our plan is to be like bookends. Like the first episode of the month will probably be us introducing a theme for that month. And then the last episode will be us closing it out. And then in the middle, we'll have a couple of guests. So, and we'll see how that works. We haven't really done guests as much in the past, but it's time. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about our new segment? Do you want me to talk about our new segment?
No, you talk about our new segment.
We are also going to be highlighting some different activities that some of them we'll probably do together. Some of them we might do independently and bring back information. But we are going to try different self-care related things. We're going to look at things like today I'm going to puppy yoga.
So excited.
So I will be bringing back the information on how that was, and we are going to just have segments on finding joy, different experiences and finding joy. And we'll probably give it a rating, right? Joy rating, effort rating, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're super excited about that. Just to introduce you, we're in the Nashville area. Of course, south of Nashville, Tammy's north of Nashville. And so we'll be highlighting things, at least for now, in the Nashville area. And we would love to get feedback or like also suggestions on things we should go and do and try and record.
Yeah, everything from, and I'm going to talk about the horses.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So if you all follow me at all, you might know my husband photographs wild horses. And we just got back a week or so ago from a trip out west where he was, photographing. I also want to add though, let's do adventures and even simple, like the puppy yoga is close to home. I guess what I'm saying is we want it to be for you inspiration to do all kinds of adventures, whether
Absolutely.
It's an hour, whether it's taking a trip across the country. And I told you I was going to tell you this later, but I'm going to tell you this now. Okay. So I'm going to give a shout out, and this clip will probably be on TikTok. Lindsay is going to do our editing. So, Lindsay, okay. The shout out is to a friend of mine. Her name is Joy Huber. She now has a TikTok channel called Travel with Joy. So I know. And she wrote a book called Cancer with Joy. So we met on the public seminar circuit. She's considerably, I don't know, I think she's in her 40s, but she hasn't married, I don't think, doesn't have children. We lost track for a long time. We did some seminars together on our own. She lives in Nebraska, and when she would come to Nashville, she would stay with me. And so we had this really great relationship. And now she has this TikTok channel about women, how to travel alone, like to just get out there and experience travel. So shout out to her.
That's amazing.
Let's have her on the show.
Oh, I would love to. Will she do it? Will she come on our show?
Yeah, she'll come on our show.
Wonderful.
Yeah, she loves to talk. So I'm excited about that segment.
Me too.
But and we are focusing, like, consider yourself hugged is still mental and emotional well-being. All the things that we've talked about before are still there. Our last episode was like in April, so it's been several months, and both of us we've done events for teachers, and we've studied and learned, and we just have so many more things to share with you this season. We don't want this to ever become stale. We don't want you to leave here saying, well, we could have Googled that. We want it to always be fresh and new.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're doing. So we've got our new studio, all of our new social media, our new logo, our new format. Yeah. What else did we want to talk about?
We have a brand new Instagram, right? Consider yourself hugged.
Yes.
So follow us. We would love for you to follow us. We will for sure be posting pictures from the different adventures from the podcast. We'll have pictures on there from trying to set this up.
I just don't even, I can't even, I have no words. I have no words. It was hard. It was just hard.
I mean,
I know.
you know what? Kudos to us for, look at this. Like, we are tech savvy for us, right?
Well, and okay, so you're 50 and I'm 60, and I had no intentions of sharing this, but I'm going to. Tim and I are part of a connect group at church. It is not designed to be for older people, but it turns out it is. So Tim and I and two of the other ones are probably the youngest, like 50, and I'm 60. Many of the people in this group are in their 70s, maybe even 80. So Beth, who Michelle knows, Beth hosted the meeting last night. Beth is very creative. She decides to bring in a dance instructor, someone she has used at events before. And she told us it was just going to be line dancing, very simple. So it was a lot of fun. The instructor, I'm guessing, was in her 40s. I don't know, but I'm guessing. And this is the first time that I have ever felt this way. And I'm not criticizing her. I know she didn't mean to. But she said things to us like, you all need to, movement is very important. It's important for you all to keep moving. Then she played some doo-wop song and said, now I know you all know this song. Doo-wop, by the way, is like a 50s thing, like Happy Days. And the final thing that she said was, I realize that some of you may be lonely and just stay in your homes. And I'm like, who do you think we are? And it felt like we were in an assisted living or nursing home and the activities director was coming in. It was the first time that I ever felt treated differently because of my age. It was so weird. So when we talk about us setting up technology and being 50 and 60, I never really think about that. I mean, aches and pains for sure.
So I think that having jobs where I have worked with a lot of much younger, like I've worked my last job. It wasn't uncommon to work with someone right out of college. And so I do have definitely noticed that and kind of at some point you have to just not take yourself so seriously.
Me? I don't have to take myself so seriously?
No, I think just in general, not you in particular, but because I do, I remember the first time that something like that happened and some of the questions that they would ask. But then I also had to stop and realize, I can remember, I'm from a very small town that was a little bit behind in things technology-wise. I can remember when we rented VCRs.
Yes.
Because they were by far too expensive to purchase. And so to have seen everything in life that we have seen.
Yeah.
And then realize that younger generations haven't necessarily seen all of the change. Things have changed so much and they are rapidly changing now that I think of course, they're going to have a little bit different perspective. And I also remember what I thought when I was in my 20s being 50 would be like, and it's nothing like it.
I know. I was talking about that to a group saying, how when you're 15 and you look at a 25-year-old and you think, oh, that's just, and then you're 20 and you look at a 40-year-old and you think, but when you get to that stage, you don't, there are things you may not love about it, but you don't feel like you thought you would when you were younger.
Yes.
Like with every stage of life. And not that it's competition, but I grew up without VCRs. So, and you're...
There's definitely freedom in getting to a certain age where you're like, what's important in life, what's not important in life, and
Yeah.
there's definitely freedom in it as well. I feel a lot more free than I did in my 20s.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one thing about like you, me, people who really love like self-awareness and learning and growing, I think that's a big part of it too. And maybe we can't just assume that everyone feels better as they get older. You know, it takes some effort, don't you think?
I think so. So keep listening to us, and if you don't feel that way, then we'll work on it.
We will work on it. We will work on it. So yeah, it's all and honestly, our audience is, I don't know that we have demographics, although the new podcast platform may give us that, like just demographics of listeners. I assume that it's women who are a little bit older, but golly, if I hope that some of the younger women, especially younger teachers, well, not especially, but I've had a lot of younger teachers ask questions on my TikTok channel. For example, when I talked about boundaries, and one of the questions was, I'm a brand new teacher. My example was setting boundaries or they will set you. And so I talked about deciding, and Michelle talks about this a lot. I think I learned this from her. It was, okay, I'm going to stay an hour and a half at the end of every school day, or I'm going to work an hour and a half at home. And I think she took that literally, and she's like, I'm a brand new teacher. How am I going to get everything done in an hour and a half? And I'm assuming she's young. And so I did a recording video for her. But I hope, because we've both been there, whether it's teachers or mental health struggles, I am to the point where I'm enjoying also talking to younger women and hoping that they can hear our voice.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things we did in our professional development video series that we did while we were on break from the podcast talks about like ways to redesign things to create more space, create less like time consuming. We have a thing where we were talking about a study where redesigning how you was it workload within the classroom? Is that the right terminology for the state? Workload within the classroom can drastically reduce stress, burnout, overwhelm. But I think as teachers, we have this idea of what our classroom is supposed to look like. What is a good classroom? What's an engaging classroom? And creating a classroom that's less work for yourself when, you know, you're trying to keep your head above water is not, you know, a bad thing to do. It's a great thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, you're so great at the boundaries. I know not in every area of your life, you know, we all struggle, but you really have a lot to teach about that, about setting boundaries and creating that classroom. We want to talk about the comparison trap during this season. We want to talk about perfectionism and all of those things.
Well, and I came from a place of never saying no when I first started teaching.
Yes, you did.
And you can imagine how that went. And so I had to learn. So definitely I'm going to love sharing all I learned from that, the mistake that I made.
Which it was important to go through. So there's a lot to share. And I think the last thing we want to make sure everybody knows, because you mentioned the professional development series, we have so many projects that we're working on that are outside of the podcast, but part of the content of the podcast. The professional development series that, Michelle, I can't wait to catch up with you about this, that we have on a learning platform, which is going to continue to grow. My Stress Club course, I'm starting to record the video portion of that, and I anticipate October is when I'll release that. So it's based on my book. Michelle is still working on her book, and we're both getting certifications in different things. There's just a lot, and we just love it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, what do you think? We just really wanted to chat, catch up, let you know what was going on, talk about the changes. Did we leave anything?
No, I think we covered everything that was on that outline, and per usual, lots that wasn't, but you know.
Did you see anything on there that we didn't? So I'm going to look at
we covered it all.
Did we? Okay. Well, then I'm just going to trust you. I was going to pull it up on my phone, but I believe you were looking at it, or you have it there somewhere, right?
I have it here. Do you want me to
Okay.
look at it?
No, I trust you. I think we got everything that was on our hearts to share with everybody.
Yes. And we are so looking forward to this season with you.
Yeah. So invite your friends. We really, I'm sorry, one more thing. This was not on our outline, but we did a podcast analysis, even though we don't know about our demographics because we didn't host on a platform that did that. But we did an analysis. Did you all see? I posted about this. We were in the top 3 podcasts for one particular study and on the top 10 of another. But one of the things that one of the analysis that we did showed that we have great loyal listeners. We just need to build engagement a little bit more. So we really want you to engage with us. We are here for you, right?
Absolutely.
All right. One thing we are not changing is what we've always done, at least in my opinion, we'll always do it. And that is to end with,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, are we going to count?
I don't know. You want to count?
No.
Okay. All right. Here we go. So
Until
until next time, consider yourself
yourself hugged.
hugged. Bye.
Bye.